Have you ever looked at your bank account at 50 and thought, is this really all I have after all these years? That was me sitting at the kitchen table, a stack of unpaid bills in front of me, my heart racing faster than I could breathe. I wasn't lazy. I had worked hard my whole life. But somehow, I had ended up with 3 kids nearing college, no savings, and the creeping fear that retirement was going to break me. But here's the twist, it didn't. In fact, that was the moment my life started to change. My name is Linda Jacobs, and if you had met me at 50, you might have thought I had it all together. I lived in a cozy 3-bedroom home in Colorado. My husband, Steve, ran his own consulting business from home. We raised 3 beautiful kids. We weren't rich, but we had enough to keep the lights on and even take the occasional family road trip, or so I thought. The truth was far more fragile. We had no emergency fund, no college savings, no retirement plan, no roadmap. Every month, we spent exactly what came in and sometimes more. I called it managing, but deep down, I knew we were drifting. Then came the crash. In 2003, Steve lost 2 of his biggest clients within weeks of each other, just like that. Our income dried up. There was no severance, no fallback. We started buying groceries on credit cards. I remember looking at the grocery receipt one day and realizing it would take us months to pay it off. I was terrified, not worried, terrified, not just for us, but for our children. College was coming, life was moving fast, and we had nothing set aside. No cushion, no plan. Just fear. That's when I knew we had to change everything. Not just the money, we had to change us. The first step, facing the truth. The hardest part wasn't budgeting or making sacrifices. The hardest part was admitting how blind we'd been. We started by sitting down with a notebook and writing out every dollar we owed and every cent we earned. It was painful, but it was also empowering. For the first time in our adult lives, we had a clear picture of where we stood. And it wasn't good, but at least it was real. We had around $3,000 in savings and over $60,000 in credit card debt. Our house had some equity, but our retirement accounts were nearly empty. Steve took a job in 2006 with a lower base salary but quarterly bonuses. It wasn't glamorous, but it was steady, and we finally had a path forward. The turning point, living below our means. Here's what we did next. We lived on Steve's base salary alone, around $70,000 a year, and saved every bonus he earned. We refinanced our home for a lower rate. We sold our brand new SUV and bought a gently used sedan. We canceled our cable. We cut dining out in half. We said no to new clothes unless absolutely necessary. Every bonus we received had a purpose before it hit our account. Some went to college funds, some to debt, and the rest into retirement. We weren't just saving money, we were building a mindset. Steve used to say, we finally stopped acting like the Joneses and started acting like the Jacobs. It became our family motto. The breakthrough: letting simplicity lead. By 2010, something shifted. Our oldest got a partial scholarship. Our middle child chose community college for the first 2 years. Our youngest, well, he got by on a mix of babysitting jobs and grit. And somehow, without even realizing it, we started breathing easier. We found Dave Ramsey's teachings early on, but it wasn't just about financial advice, it was about hope. And hope became the fuel for our discipline. Every dollar we paid off felt like we were reclaiming part of our future. And when we finally saw our retirement account pass 6 figures, I cried, not because of the number, but because it proved we could change. The final phase from fear to freedom. By the time I turned 60, we had a net worth of just over $1.3 million, not including the house or cars. Our home was paid off. We had no debt. We had enough for modest travel, birthday gifts for the grandkids, and a peaceful life we never thought was possible. Steve retired at 63. I started collecting a small Social Security check at 62. We still live in the same house. We still drive used cars, but we are free. Today, we spend about $50,000 a year less than we earned when we started this journey, and we're happier than ever. People ask me if we feel deprived. I smile. No, we feel grateful. Because we get to spend our mornings sipping coffee on the porch. We get to visit our grandkids on weekends. We get to sleep at night without the weight of fear pressing on our chest. Lessons I've learned. If I could go back and talk to my 40-year-old self, I'd say this. 1. Start now. Don't wait for the crisis. Waiting only makes the road harder. 2. Know your numbers. If you can't name your debts or your savings, you're not in control. 3. Live beneath your means. Just because you can afford something doesn't mean you should buy it. 4. Have a plan for your future, because one day, the future becomes today. 5. Forgive yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do next. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be born into wealth. You just have to wake up and then walk forward with purpose. We didn't win the lottery. We didn't get a windfall. We just changed how we thought about money, and we stuck to it for years. And now we get to live not just comfortably, but peacefully. If you're in your 50s and feeling like it's too late, I promise it's not. Your journey may not look exactly like mine, but it can start the same way with one honest conversation and the decision to never go back to sleep. If this story reminded you of your own path or someone you love, share it. And if you're ready to take that first step, leave a comment with the word ready, because sometimes all it takes is one small change to begin the life you've been hoping for.